Hey there, thank you for tuning in. I'm Jane, and in today's video I'm going to share with you the truth about the poop in cloth diapering. I'm going to discuss how I deal with the ick factor, how I discard the poop, and why I put up with so much crap. Whenever I tell someone that I cloth diaper, about half of them make this face. Okay. And the other half are curious and they usually say, "Oh, that's good. That's good." In both cases, they're usually curious about how I or why I deal with the poop. So this is for you guys. I'm going to quell your curiosity, and it's also for anyone who's interested in or curious about cloth diapering. I know that the poop is the main concern. It was for me. It's why it took me a while to get on that bandwagon or off it. The short version is there are 3 points to this. The first point is that it's really not that bad. I've been cloth diapering my girl since she was just 5 months old. She's just turned 16 months, and there is a bit of a learning curve. In the beginning, it kind of sucks because of the way the poop is. But the fact that she never had a blowout is what made it all the worthwhile. And if you don't know what a blowout is, let me tell you, it's okay. It's way gross dealing with poop in diapers because it's when the poop goes up. I don't need to explain it. Cloth diaper, it's much easier to manage because it doesn't get all over the back. So far, has been my experience and the experience of many moms that I personally know who also cloth diaper. Second reason is liners. This is going to save your sanity. This is how it works. This is a liner, and you put it on top of your cloth diaper. For the uninitiated, if you've never seen a modern cloth diaper, there are several types. This is a pocket diaper. They're the most popular. They're shaped like regular sposies, as we call them in the community, disposable diaper, sposies. And you just stuff them with an insert or cloth, whatever you have. And then you snap her in, and yeah, you snap her in. Before you do that, you lay this liner on it. This one I think is made out of bamboo. The idea is that the pee will go through and the liner will catch the poop. When you're ready to change her, if you don't want to look at it, like me, like you could just open the shell and just pop it into the toilet. It's that easy, and these are flushable. One of these costs about $6-8. If you buy them in bulk, you can get them cheaper. The third point is that if you exclusively breastfeed, especially for the first 6 months, which is what most pediatricians recommend, then you can just throw the entire diaper into the washer. You don't have to worry about it messing up your washer. I know it sounds gross, and even I would discard some of the poop into a bucket and into the toilet, but you don't need to do that, really. Trust me, it's just one of the reasons why I wish I would have started sooner. Now, for the long version. The long version is that, yeah, it's not bad over time because I get used to the changes of her poop. In the beginning, her poop was all over the place. So much so that it would get into the edges, right? And then what do you do there? I'll tell you about how I deal with that. So it was a gross sight. And if you haven't noticed, I am pretty sensitive to just the mental image of poop. the mental image of poop makes me want to gag. And it's the number one reason why we don't have a dog. I love pets. It was a surprise to me that I didn't gag so much in the beginning of cloth diapering my girl. She was 5 months old. Her poop looked gross. But it's like my mother instincts kicked in, and my olfactories, which are terrible, have a terrible sense of smell. Unless something really stinks or something really smells good, then I might notice. But with my daughter, I could smell everything. And so much so that I would open the diaper and I would want to see it just to check how it changed from day to day, and it didn't gross me out. However, a few months ago, all of that went away. And yet, my daughter's poop became easier to manage because it resembled human poop. Not that it was like a brick bug. It wasn't. It's just like, it's more solid. So I don't even use liners as much, believe it or not, because I can dump it in there and it'll peel off. That's why it's really not that bad. And sure, it leaves stains on the diaper, but it's easy to wash with like a coconut type of detergent. You can soak it in OxyClean powder. It is a bit of a struggle because of because how I feel about poop. See, look, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I think that's the main point here. Whenever I change her diaper, I'm just like, blah, 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 right? Not to get all Simon Sinek on you, but I have a big why. And my big why is that I just want to be friendly to the environment, really. The average lifespan of a diaper is 500 years. So it takes 500 years for one of them to decompose. And in the first 5 months, we were going through many diapers, and I just didn't want to be a part of that anymore. And when my friend showed me these liners, I thought, okay, well, I can do that. And then I just fell in love with it, and it became sort of a hobby for me. I love the prints as well; they're so cute. And my girl is hot-blooded. She sleeps with the fan on every night, and with just a diaper. If I ever put on her some socks, or if I put on a cover, no matter how cold it is, we live in Medellin, Colombia, so it's springtime weather all the time. But she would just take that off. Her style is usually a cute shirt paired with a cute matching diaper. So I really got into it, and I also like that that when I'm done with my stash, I can sell it. In fact, I do have some used diapers that I got online from some groups, and they're in great condition. So that is the reason why it was easy to put up in the beginning. I recommend that if you are planning to do this, really understand why you want to do it. Some people do it because it saves money. And I know many people in these expat forums and cloth diapering forums who say that yes, they save a lot of money. Other people save money just by a bit. But I notice that it's mostly the environment, right? Climate change and all of that. It's a real thing. So now that you know why I cloth diaper and why I put up with so much crap, let's get back to the topic. As I said, a few months ago, my girl's poop became more solid and yet easier to manage, easier to discard, to the point that I don't use liners anymore. Actually, my nanny and I, we just had a talk. We're gonna use liners every time. We would see entire raisins in her poop, and it's my sensibilities are just too much, and it just cracks her up. I don't need to give her a show. So how do I deal with the poop? If the poop gets all over the place, like in the edges, here's what I do. I take a bucket and I put it under this faucet out in my patio, and I just run it under water and I scrub them together. I take a designated brush or sponge and I do this thing. I scrub off the feces part into the water, and then put that entire bucket of water into the toilet and it flushes itself, so you save some water there. There have been times when me or my nanny would forget the liner and her poop was just gross, and you would see lentils, like exactly what she ate, and it would just be all over the place, like even up to the edge, right? No blowout again. She's never had a blowout with a cloth diaper. But then how do you do that, right? So I get pieces of toilet paper and I would like use that to peel off the poop out, and or I would just run the whole thing underwater. Other moms connect a hose to their toilet, and then they spray down the feces straight into the toilet. I never saw one of those here in Colombia. I could have gotten one on Amazon, but I just didn't bother. I was creating my own system as I learned more. But that is one thing that you can do. There are many places in the States where they have a service where you can leave your dirty diapers out like on the porch and they'll pick it up for you. One of my in-laws from Ohio, when I told her that I'm going to cloth diapers, she said, "Good for you," but in a different way because she's done it. And I said, "Really? They did cloth diaper back then?" She's like, yeah, I'm so glad it's coming back. And I asked her, "Okay, well, tell me about how you do your laundry." And she was like, no, honey, I never washed a cloth diaper in my life. There was a service that would just pick it up for me. Once I discard the poop, I have two buckets. One where I discard the dirty insert, and another where I put in the dirty pocket or cover. And I have this system of how I wash my diapers without hot water. And if you'd like to know about that or anything else, go ahead and give this video a like and share any of your thoughts in the comments below. I believe I addressed the poop factor and the ick factor. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Hey, it's me again. In editing this video, I noticed that I let out a few gags, and I decided not to edit them out because, as the title goes, this is the truth, my truth about the poop in cloth diapers. But I could just as easily call it my truth in diapers, period, because this is how I feel with any diaper, no matter if it's cloth or regular diaper. And here is how I know for certain. I am over here at Finca del Diamante. It's a beautiful resort in Medellin, around Medellin. And me and my husband in Santana decided to get away for a long weekend. And I usually do cloth diapers whenever I travel. I went to LA for about a month last year, and Ohio, and I did cloth diapering half the time and disposables about half the time. But this time I decided to just go full on disposables, and guess what? My sensitivity to poop, it's the same. So I just wanted to come back here to really clarify that it has nothing to do with cloth diapers. It's just that's how I feel about any diaper, because it's bleh. Next up, I will talk about diaper covers. They are my favorite type of cloth diapers. I'll talk about the pros and cons, and just a few things that I wish I would have known as a beginner. So go check that out. If the link isn't below, then go ahead and subscribe so that you can be notified when it's ready.